God says that your miracle has finally arrived, but you must listen closely, because this is not a drill. If you ignore this final warning, heaven will take it back within minutes. You need to listen carefully, because this is not just another message scrolling across your screen. This is the final knock from heaven at the door of your life. If you choose to scroll past this moment, you will miss the miracle that has already been sent your way and is hovering right in front of you. God has released it. It is real, and it is already moving toward you with speed and purpose. However, you must understand the gravity of this situation, because if you turn away from this call, it will be withdrawn immediately. What is meant for you can be lost in seconds if your spirit isn't awake to perceive the timing of God. That is why you must hear every word I am saying, feel it deep in your soul, and stay until the very end of this message. What is unfolding in this hour is not just a simple change, it is destiny, and this is your defining moment that will separate your past from your future. I ask you to comment Amen to affirm that you are listening and ready to receive, because if you feel this tug in your spirit, you must not hesitate. That tug means God is speaking to you now, telling you that the miracle you have prayed for, cried for, and begged for has already arrived. It is within your reach. It is not far off in the distance, and it is not delayed any longer, but there is a serious warning attached to it. If your heart drifts away in this moment, or if your faith falters now, heaven will not wait for you to catch up. If you grow distracted or disconnected from this truth, the opportunity will pass, because this moment carries a sacred weight. You have cried too long and endured too many sleepless nights to miss this breakthrough right when it is at your door. You have endured too much pain and confusion to turn away right at the edge of the blessing. God is saying, I have placed it before you, but I will not force it on you. You must choose to believe and choose to receive it. Your obedience in this specific moment matters more than you know, and your awareness in this very second is critical. Your attention to what I am saying right now will determine whether the doors I have opened remain open or quietly close again without you entering. Child, I don't want you to miss this, not now, and certainly not after all we have walked through together. This is not just about having a better day or a fleeting moment of happiness. This is about your total restoration. This is the kind of restoration that heals what no human can fix and mends what the world has broken. It is the kind of favor that brings your name up in rooms you have never entered and opens doors that money cannot buy. But to access this, it requires you to believe without needing to see the full picture first. You must trust my voice when all your surroundings scream that it is impossible, and you must walk with me when logic begs you to stop. Like the Israelites standing at the edge of the Red Sea, you have come to a place that looks impossible to cross. But just like I parted those waters for them, I am preparing to make a way for you too, where there seems to be no way. Yet you must remember that many of them did not enter the promised land, not because I changed my mind, but because they ignored my timing. They doubted my goodness, they delayed their obedience, and they lost what was already theirs. I want you to comment 111 if you believe heaven's timing is hovering over your life right now. Child, this is your turning point. So do not let tiredness convince you that your time has passed. Do not let the enemy lie to you and whisper that it is too late or that you have missed your window. I am still the God who restores years that the locusts have eaten. I am still the God who gives back double for your shame and replaces your mourning with joy. I am still the God who heals, who lifts, who renews, who surprises, and who blesses in ways no eye has seen or ear has heard. But if you let this moment slip through your fingers, if you let doubt harden your heart, you risk losing it all. If you walk away like many have before, taking your eyes off me to look at the storm, you will lose what was meant for you. Don't repeat that mistake. This is your moment to stand firm in faith. You don't need to understand everything about how I will do it. You just need to trust that I do know the way and that I am leading you. Every delay you faced was not a denial of my promise. It was divine preparation for this very moment. Every rejection you suffered was actually redirection to get you to this very second. Every unanswered prayer was a setup for this bigger, greater, unshakable plan I have now released in your life. But again, hear me clearly, it can be taken back. Not because I am cruel, but because heaven will not force what must be embraced in faith. The spiritual realm moves in alignment with obedience. And I need you to listen closely now. There is a grace that comes only once in a while, a divine window that opens for a specific purpose. When that window opens, miracles flood through it. But you must know that it doesn't stay open forever. When the Israelites didn't cross the Jordan at the appointed time, the window closed and years passed before another opportunity came. I don't want you waiting in the wilderness when you should already be walking in the promise I have for you. Your name has been spoken in the heavens, and angels are already dispatched to bring this to pass. The atmosphere around you is shifting even now as you receive this word, but everything hinges on your response. Will you ignore the tug in your spirit right now, or will you step forward? Will you step forward even while trembling and say, "Yes, Lord, I receive it"? Child, say yes before the door closes. Say yes before your doubt talks you out of what I have already given you. Say yes before the enemy convinces you it is too good to be true, for I am not teasing you. I am not giving you false hope. I am giving you truth, and the truth is your miracle is here. But this is your final warning. If you treat this moment like any other, heaven will take it back. If you go on like nothing is happening, it will be withdrawn, because it is not meant to sit idle. It is meant to move in response to your faith. If this word is reaching your heart, if your spirit feels it, do not stay silent. Like this video, and let that be your step of agreement. Let that be the outward sign of your inward yes. Remember the woman with the issue of blood. She had one moment to push through the crowd. She didn't wait. She didn't say maybe tomorrow, and she touched the hem of Jesus' robe. In that second, healing met her, but ask yourself, what if she hadn't moved? What if she let the fear of rejection hold her back from her miracle? She would have missed the miracle that had already arrived. So don't let fear do the same to you. Is it possible? Let to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words. This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. The miracle is in motion. But miracles move toward faith. Heaven has heard your prayers, seen your tears, and now it's waiting for your response. Do not delay, do not ignore, and do not dismiss this tug. You are not hearing this message by chance, and you are certainly not here by coincidence. This is the holy hand of God pulling you into a divine appointment that was set before time began. You need to understand that you are chosen. You are seen by the eyes of heaven, and you are not forgotten, no matter how invisible you may have felt in your struggles. Right now, in this very second, you are being called to receive something that heaven has been strictly preparing just for you, tailored to your specific pain and your specific purpose. But this blessing comes with a final instruction that cannot be ignored. You must respond in faith immediately or risk losing it. The miracle is not in the distant future, waiting for a better day. It is here right now, sitting at the threshold of your life. However, you must realize that it can be taken back within minutes if your heart drifts, if your spirit closes up in doubt, or if your faith fails to grasp it. You may have thought heaven was silent during your long nights of weeping, but I was gathering every tear you cried and storing every prayer you whispered. I was building something massive behind the scenes, something you couldn't see, which is only now being released into the physical realm. What I've prepared for you is not small, it is not average, and it is far more than what you dared to ask for in your prayers. But I cannot release this magnitude of blessing if you remain undecided in your spirit. The time for waiting and wavering is over. This is the moment to rise and believe fully, because your miracle is no longer merely on the way, it is here. But hear me clearly, this miracle carries a heavy weight and is not meant to sit in your life quietly without impact. It is meant to shake things up, to stir the atmosphere around you, and to shift everything that once seemed permanent and unchangeable. That means some things in your life will move, some people will leave your circle, and some places will no longer feel like home to you. But don't let that transformation scare you, for I am not removing things to hurt you, I am realigning you for destiny. The miracle I have sent is not just for your comfort, it is for your calling, to place you where I always meant for you to be. Now is not the time to go back to old ways or familiar comforts that trapped you before. Do not let familiar fears make you miss this breakthrough, and remember Lot's wife. When she looked back at what was behind her, she became frozen in time. Her story stopped right there because she couldn't let go of the past, so don't let your story end the same way. Do not go back to what I have already pulled you out of, because that season is over and dead. This miracle was sent to start a new chapter in your life, not to repeat the old one, so I want you to comment 222 if you trust this is for you. If your spirit agrees with this word, declare it now. You have prayed for open doors, and I have answered, but child, you must know that doors can be opened and still ignored. Just like in the days of Noah, the ark was built and the door was wide open for salvation. However, only a few walk through that door while everyone else missed it, not because the opportunity wasn't real, but because their hearts were dull. They didn't believe rain could really come, so don't be like them. You know deep in your heart that this is your time. You can feel something pulling at you right now, and that is me. That is your Father saying, come up higher. Don't turn away now, because the flood of blessings is coming. But it is not just about blessings, it is about obedience. Obedience positions you to receive what already has your name on it. Do you hear that? What I have prepared is already yours, and no one can take it from you, but you can miss it if you don't step into alignment. Think of Saul, who was anointed, chosen, and favored, yet he disobeyed, and the kingdom was taken from him. I don't want that loss for you. I want you to walk in the absolute fullness of what I have created you for. Let me say it again so you do not miss it. Your miracle is here, but this is your final warning. If you continue living with 1 foot in faith and 1 foot in fear, you will not have the strength to carry what I have released. A divided heart cannot hold a holy promise, so you must choose today who you will trust, your past or your God. I am not asking for perfection from you, I am asking for surrender. Give me your whole heart, not just your words, and not just a Sunday version of yourself. I want your whole life. This miracle will touch more than just you. It will affect your family, your home, your finances, and your purpose. It will break generational chains that have bound your bloodline for years, and what you say yes to now will echo for decades. Your obedience today will bless your children's children, because this is not small, this is legacy. That is why the enemy has fought you so hard, and why confusion has clouded your thoughts lately. He knows what is on the other side of your yes, but he has no power to stop it if you stay connected to me. Comment 333. To declare your faith, even if it is just the size of a mustard seed. There is a reason you have felt pressure. Recently, heaven only presses those it is about to release. Like a seed breaking through the dirt, you have been hidden, pressed and overlooked, but I have been growing you. Now it is time to come forth, but you must rise with boldness and stop second-guessing your worth. You must stop acting like I didn't choose you. I did choose you, knowing every mistake, every flaw, and every weakness you have. My call has never depended on your perfection, only on your willingness, and this is your moment. The Spirit is moving, and angels are waiting for your agreement, so do not let this pass by. You have seen what delay does. You have watched years go by, waiting for the perfect time, but child, now is the perfect time. I have made the way, I have cleared the path, and I have positioned you exactly where you need to be. All that is left is your yes. Say yes in your heart, in your thoughts, and in your daily actions. Say yes when it is hard, when it is lonely, and when it is uncertain, and I will carry you. I will protect you, and I will never leave you, but I will not walk the path for you. You must take the step. You must reach out like the blind man crying out for Jesus while others told him to be quiet. He shouted louder and didn't miss his miracle. Don't miss yours. You were never meant to live an ordinary life, which is why ordinary never fit you. You have always felt different, but that wasn't rejection. That was redirection, because I have set you apart. That is why you couldn't settle, and why the places that satisfied others never filled you, because you were made for more. And now that more has arrived, but it requires your full attent. Ion, so no more distractions and no more doubt. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance, and it is Harvard-backed and lab-tested. But the government might pull this secret any minute, so click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it's deleted forever. Let me be clear. If you ignore this moment, it won't come back the same way. Yes, I am a God of second chances, but certain seasons carry a unique anointing, and when they pass, they do not return in the same form. This is one of those rare, holy moments that you must take seriously, taking it personally and spiritually, because your miracle is not loud or dramatic. It is not flashing in bright lights to catch the attention of the world. Rather, it came wrapped in obedience and arrived in a whisper. It came when your spirit felt drawn to listen just a little longer, urging you to stay still when your mind wanted to wander and worry about tomorrow. That is why so many miss what I send. They are looking for thunder and spectacle, but I often come in the quiet, in the tug you feel right now. That gentle pull you are feeling is me. That sudden stillness is my voice speaking directly to your spirit, inviting you into something divine. This invitation is for something so deep and so powerful that even hell trembles at the thought of you finally receiving it. Comment 555. If you feel this stirring in your heart right now, for the battle you have been in wasn't to destroy you. It was to prepare you. The pain shaped your spirit, the rejection toughened your faith, and the delay trained your trust. I never wasted a single moment of your waiting, even when it felt pointless. Every second has been building toward this specific release. But here is the absolute truth. You can cancel your own miracle by choosing fear over faith in this final hour. You can watch your own breakthrough pass you by if you decide to walk by sight instead of holding on to my promise. Do not think for a second that I haven't heard you. I heard you at 3 a.m. when no one else was awake. I heard the words you never said aloud, the prayers that were only groans in your spirit, and I felt the disappointment buried under your smile. I know the weight you have carried without complaint, and it is exactly because of your faithfulness in the dark that I have brought this miracle into the light. But you must meet it with faith and protect it with belief, for if you treat this holy moment like a common hour, it will slip through your hands. I need you to understand that this blessing has an assignment. It is not random, and it is not just to make life easier. It is to position you for destiny. This miracle is going to shift your direction, rewire your purpose, and unlock what was hidden in you all along. You have seen just the surface of who you are, but this is the moment I reveal what I have known about you since before you were born. You are more than your failures, more than your fears, and more than your struggle. You are chosen, and this is the proof. Let me speak to the part of you that still hesitates, that part that asks, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not ready? What if it's too late? My child, you are not too late. You are right on time, and the enemy has tried to confuse your mind so you would miss the timing of your miracle. But I am here to clear the fog and tell you that you are in alignment right now. Even if you don't feel like it, your feelings are not the measure of your faith. Your yes is, and you have said yes more times than. You know, you have shown up on days you didn't have strength, and you kept praying when the words felt dry. That was your yes, and I saw it. So comment 12:12 if you are ready to walk fully into your miracle. Remember this, miracles are not given to the comfortable, they are given to the courageous. It took courage for Peter to step out of the boat into the raging sea. And yes, he sank for a moment when he looked at the wind, but he also walked on water, something the others who stayed in the boat never did. Don't let the fear of sinking keep you from stepping out. You may stumble, but I will catch you. I will never let you drown, because the moment you choose to believe, even in trembling, I will uphold you with my right hand. The same hand that stretched the heavens is the hand reaching for you now, but you must take action. You must respond in spirit, because faith without movement is like a seed left in a drawer. It carries potential but never bears fruit. The miracle has arrived, but if you do nothing, it will pass you by. This is your chance to respond, not just emotionally, but with a firm decision to align your thoughts and choices with this divine shift. Start walking like the door is open. Start speaking like the healing has already happened, and start thinking like the chains are already broken, because they are. I know it is scary to believe again after disappointment, and I know the pain of expecting something and being let down. But this is not like before. I am not a man that I should lie when I say the miracle has arrived. It has arrived, but I will not force it on a fearful heart. You must trust me even when your heart is still healing. Faith is not a feeling. It is a decision to lean on me when nothing else makes sense. I have seen the battles that nearly broke you, and I have counted the nights you laid awake wondering if anything would ever change. You didn't see me, but I was there guarding, watching, and waiting for the appointed time, and now that time is here. But it requires your full focus. This is not the time to get distracted or turn your head toward old habits and old voices. What I have for you requires space, attention, and obedience, because this is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the chapter you have been praying for. But you must let go of what no longer fits where I am taking you, which means letting go of control, letting go of timelines, and letting go of comparisons. You don't need to understand everything to walk with me. You just need to know who I am, your Father, your defender, and your healer. I am the one who split the sea, and I am the one who is splitting open your circumstances. Now, why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it is divine, but if you are seeing this, you are lucky because the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. So stand firm, speak life, and push past the fear, because what I have placed before you is holy. But it is not permanent unless you protect it. Just like Adam and Eve were given paradise, they still had to guard it. And when they stopped listening, the garden was closed, and I love you too much to let you fall into that same trap. That is why I am warning you, not to scare you, but to wake you up. Do not confuse delay with denial. I delayed it to protect you, to grow you, and to prepare the environment where your blessing could thrive. But now that the conditions are right and your heart is ready, I have released it. Yet, just because it is released doesn't mean it is secured. That depends on your response. If you harden your heart like Pharaoh did, you will miss what is meant to set you free. If you second-guess like the 10 spies did, you will wander longer than you need to. But if you respond like David with faith, even in the face of giants, you will see the victory unfold before your eyes. Comment 777. If your spirit says yes to this call, for you have been asking me for signs, but I have already sent you so many. That unexpected peace when you should have broken, that sudden confirmation in a song or a word, and that heaviness in your chest that felt like conviction, those weren't random. That was me, nudging you, whispering to you. But today I am not whispering, I'm speaking loud and clear. Your miracle is here, but if you don't move and if you don't respond, it will return to heaven untouched. Think about the man at the pool of Bethesda who waited 38 years, and when Jesus came to him, he asked, "Do you want to be made well?" It wasn't a sarcastic question, it was a serious one, because healing isn't just about power, it is about readiness. That man had to choose to pick up his mat and walk, to stop sitting in the same spot telling the same story. Child, I am asking you the same. Do you want the miracle, or have you grown used to the pain? I am not bringing you a repeat of yesterday. I am doing a new thing that will make people look at you and say, "Only God could have done that." But you must understand that with new blessings come new responsibilities. I won't give you more if you treat it like less. I won't release overflow if you are not ready to steward what is already in your hand, which is why I have waited, so that when the miracle comes, it doesn't just bless you, it grows you and pushes you higher to wake up your purpose. Say, you have been through a fire that no one saw, and some days you thought you wouldn't survive it, but you did. You are still here, still breathing, and that alone is proof that my hand never left you in the fire. I didn't abandon you in the fire, I refined you in it, and what you lost was not your future, but simply what couldn't go with you into the next season. Stop mourning the ashes when I am offering you beauty, and stop staring at what fell apart when I am trying to show you what I am building now. Comment 999 if you believe God is building something new in your life right now. There are answers about to be revealed that will make sense of everything you have cried over, making you fall to your knees in gratitude. You will finally understand why I said no to certain things and why I closed doors you begged me to open. You will thank me for not giving you what you thought you wanted, because what I am bringing is better, right, and divine. But do not delay your obedience, for some things in the kingdom are time-sensitive, just like the manna in the wilderness. It was fresh each morning, but if they waited too long it spoiled. I gave them enough, but they had to trust me daily. I am not just giving you provision, I am giving you a promotion that will stretch you, and though it may feel uncomfortable at first, I will equip you. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called, and make no mistake, you are called, you are seen, and you are favored. Don't let the lies in your head make you miss the truth in my heart. I go before you, and I am your rear guard. No weapon formed against you will prosper, but you must stay close and keep in step with my spirit. I know you have been holding on for what feels like forever, but the pain was real, not permanent, and the heartbreak was not the end. What I have planned will redeem every tear, every loss, and every sleepless night. But you have to choose faith even when fear screams louder. I want to bless you beyond your understanding, but I won't bless you beyond your preparation, because if I handed you everything now without the process, it would crush you. But now that you have been tested, proven, and purified, I know you can carry it. So do not say maybe later, because later is not promised. Don't let your hesitation send it back. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It is a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. So click the link in the description and comments before it is taken down forever. I am speaking to the deepest places in you, answering the questions you never asked out loud. Faith isn't built on constant proof. It is built on trust, and I have already confirmed it enough times in your spirit. Comment 1010 if you are ready to stop waiting and start walking in what God has already given. The miracle is a responsibility that will grow you and change you, which is why I took the time to prepare you first. The enemy fought you so hard because he saw what was being arranged in the heavens, and he panicked, but he failed to stop it. Your life is about to become a living testimony, the kind where others look at you and say, if God did it for them, he can do it for me. You kept believing when everything told you to quit, and that perseverance is why I released this blessing. Don't get lazy or casual with the things of the Spirit now. Protect it, guard it, and nurture it. This is about legacy. What you carry will bless others, and the ripple effect will go farther than you'll ever know. I chose you on purpose, with all your flaws and fears, and I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for surrender. The window is open, but heaven doesn't keep windows open forever, so do not let fear be your guide anymore. You were not made to hide, you were made to rise, so rise into everything I have spoken over your life. If you receive this message and are ready to walk into this victory, take one final action. Subscribe to this channel right now to connect with this blessing and ensure you do not miss the next instruction I have for you. Join this family of believers standing in agreement. Your morning has come. Subscribe now.